when is it legitimate to take estrogen blockers? There are more and more men now taking estrogen blockers or considering taking estrogen blockers to in the belief that they can increase their testosterone. Now, there are many of these estrogen blockers available. These estrogen blockers actually do have therapeutic benefits when they are prescribed by a qualified physician, and it's up to a qualified physician to make that decision. Don't just read a blog or take advice from some guy off of YouTube who's not a qualified physician. Usually I think the most popular ones are used in the bodybuilding world, for example, are tamoxifen and anastrozole as part of post-cycle therapy. But these things actually have therapeutic benefits. Now, they can increase testosterone. They can reverse infertility. They're effective in helping to treat erectile dysfunction and, of course, gyno, where men develop female-type breasts. If you already have confirmed high estrogen levels, if you do. Now, basically, if you can use, there's a type of treatment, what's it called, testosterone restoration. This is a legitimate medical treatment that's used as an alternative to testosterone replacement therapy, where they use estrogen blockers in order to encourage testosterone production and increase testosterone. This is usually done when it's alongside a game plan to reverse infertility in men who wish to have children but who also have low testosterone. It's shown to be more effective in treating them and with a view to them being able to have children one day. Now, basically, if you do not have any of these medical conditions, do not use estrogen blockers at all. There are no benefits to your wellness by blocking estrogen. If you're a normal, healthy guy, blocking is dangerous, and the possible side effects, you can give yourself low estrogen, which is going to cause you a whole host of problems, but you can also give yourself low testosterone as well and cause a hormonal imbalance. So the next time you've got somebody saying to you, here, try this, it's great. Do your research first, weigh up the pros and the cons, look at the positive and the negatives of doing something. Don't just think to yourself, what can I get from this? I can get this, this, this and this, it's great. Look at what price you're going to have to pay for that. And often the price that you're going to have to pay is a high price. Everything comes at a price. Now, there are many supplement companies out there now offering over-the-counter estrogen blockers, and their marketing is kind of offering promises like it's a shortcut to weight loss, or you can have lean muscle gains, or a higher sex drive, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I can get all of these things, and it sounds pretty, tempting if these things can do all of that. What man wouldn't think like that? But it's not true. These claims are not true. In a normal, healthy guy who's functioning okay, taking estrogen blockers is going to do more harm than good. Now, this reminds me of a story in my own life where I'd been in the gym like 2-3 years. My face was well known. I'm kind of part of the furniture in the gym, and some guy comes up to me and offers me steroids, and he's telling me how great it is, convincing me that I'm a hard gainer. Basically, at this point in time, I'd reached my full genetic potential. I'd hit a plateau. Further gains were basically just not happening, or they were very, very, very slight. So this guy tried to convince me that I was a hard gainer, and he told me, all of these things. It's okay, it's safe if you don't abuse it. Most of the guys in here, which it was the gym that I was in, are on it. They take it in small doses, and this was a real eye-opener, because usually when you think, oh, a guy's on steroids, you're thinking about, a great big guy with huge muscles and big veins and everything. Well, no, a lot of guys are taking a lower dose, and it's not so obvious, and that was a real eye-opener. Now, when I looked around the gym, when you join the gym, you always look up to you kind of compare yourself to somebody, and you think, usually one of the the bodybuilders, the ones who are competing and everything, and you think, oh, I want to be like him, and you think that, you train for longer and you lift bigger weight, eventually I'm going to become like him. But of course, it's not possible. They're using steroids in most cases. Now, basically what happened was, I was a mistake that I made when I joined the gym. I was comparing myself to these guys, and I was looking at them as my kind of, this is my goal. I want a physique like they have. Now the truth is, when I was actually offered steroids, I had the same physique that they did, but it was just in miniature. When I actually looked in the mirror, I had it, it was all there, but it was just smaller, and there wasn't anywhere near as much mass as they had. And I was comparing myself to these people. And I learned from that. I decided, I was comparing myself. I should be comparing myself to myself. I mean, if you're starting out on a training program, take a photograph of yourself, then train, and then look back at that photograph in like 6 months, 9 months, a year, and you'll see, when you compare yourself to yourself, how much you've actually, how far you've actually gone. And if you're comparing yourself to one of the bodybuilders, the competing bodybuilders, and you're just not reaching that level. So on this day, when I was offered steroids and told it's, all okay if you don't abuse them and all the rest of it, and the tempting sales pitch, and I was thinking at this point, what can I get out of it? Because I had been kind of, I'd hit a plateau, and I noticed that I wasn't really making any gains. Sure, I had a great body, I still have really, and it looked good, and I was maintaining it and everything, but I just didn't seem to be heading towards my goal. I was, how am I? I'm still, in miniature. I want to be more like these guys that I was looking up to. So when I was offered steroids, I was tempted. There was this little message, this kind of thought entered my head where, I almost said, to hell with it, I'll take some, I'll give that a go. But then something, I don't know, intuition, something like that, I decided, instead of the sentence, okay, yeah, I'll take some, I instead said, this is one of the best sentences I've ever said in my life, I said, can I think about it? And the guy's gone, yeah, okay, get back to me. So that evening I've gone home, I've fired up the internet, and I've done research, all I can, about steroids. First thing I did was I typed into the search engine, steroids for sale. Give myself an idea how much all this costs, and all these kind of things. And I compared a few different websites, and then I noticed one thing common to all of the sites: that they all stocked erectile dysfunction medication. And hang on a moment, why why do they all stock blue pills? And there's a reason for that. So then, I've progressed, did more and more research, and then I've next search, steroid side effects. So I've heard from the guy in the gym, and I've seen the results for myself in the gym, of the benefits that I could get if I were to go down this route. Now, when I looked at steroid side effects, then it kind of hit home that, hang on a moment, this is a potentially high price. You can do liver damage, you could have a heart attack, you could have a stroke, all sorts of problems. Basically the loss of natural testosterone production, raising estrogen, and all of these things. And then it was at this point that I kind of thought one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life was to say no to steroids, because I've gained so much from it. Because when I did my research about steroids, shall I or shan't I, good idea, bad idea, I kind of became aware of testosterone, the importance of testosterone in building muscle and everything. And when I start being, as you do, I kind of progressed to researching, how can I raise my testosterone levels? And when I put that into the search engine, how can I raise my testosterone levels naturally? I found that I was already doing most of these things. I had a reasonably good diet, activity levels, I was working out, good sleep patterns, not stressed, all of these things I had down, plenty of sunlight, my vitamin D was okay, all of these things were good. But what happened was I got more of an awareness of testosterone, and I've discovered so much. And it was that one incident, where you walk through a door of life and you find that walking through that door has given you so many opportunities. Well, this is one of those situations for me, because I got so many opportunities. This led to me discovering the best ways to optimize testosterone levels and to keep them. Now, I've got no doubt in my mind whatsoever, if that little voice in my head had given in and gone, yeah, well, to hell with it, I'll take some, I'll give that a go, I would probably be sat here right now. I wouldn't be filming this video. I would probably be a bit like that. Oh no, what the fuck have I done to myself? but no, I've still got good testosterone. I've got good natural testosterone levels. Everything's working really well. So, basically the discoveries, the journey that I went on, and the benefits that I got just from having the insight to research something. If you're gonna, take something, or you're gonna use a supplement, anything, even if I've recommended it to you, because I'm gonna recommend some supplements to you in this video series, just because it works well for me, it might not work well for you. You could get side effects that I don't get. So always, they can interact. Some supplements can interact with medical conditions or medication you're taking, a whole host of things. You could have allergies, all these kind of things. So you always research something, even if some guy on YouTube is recommending something. This is what I did to optimize my testosterone levels. Always carry out the research to, is it suitable for you? Because we're all different. What works for me, it might not work for you. You might find that something else works better for you. And, that's good. Now, so always do your research. And to be honest, you think some people will tell you, like, it's such a waste of time being a nerd, sitting there in front of a screen, getting all this information and everything, but think of the time that you'll save. You might spend an hour researching the arse out of a supplement or anything like that you're going to adopt into your life. You could just, for an hour out of your time, save yourself months or even years of wasted time, chasing a unicorn kind of thing. So always carry out your research. Now, I've written the book as a result of all of this, the journey that it led, and all of this that I've discovered about testosterone and the best ways to optimize your testosterone levels in all manners, like the ultimate T-boosting diet, the best supplements to take, the best lifestyle choices, a lot of things that are not widely understood. You know, a lot of popular dieting and methods, and a lot of popular current training attitudes and methods, some of them actually harm your testosterone levels, and I go into detail in that in my book. There's a link in the description below for that book. Now, I'm here to sell books. I'm going to be completely honest. You know, I'm a writer. I want to promote my books. I'd love to sell 1 million copies, of course. But you don't have to buy the book. It's not being forced upon you. You know, I'm not the type to, I'm going to hold back all my secrets and not tell you about them, because I'm going to make you buy the book by not telling you everything. I'm marketing to you now instead of giving you, good advice and information. But no, that's not the case. Everything that I've done to optimize my T levels, all my secrets, all my insights will be in this series of videos. So you don't have to buy the book. You can literally just subscribe to the channel and you'll get it all for free. I will appreciate, of course, anybody who buys my books, of course. Now, here's the book plug again. Basically, the real benefit of the book is that it's everything is all in one place. You've got your own quick reference guide, which you can carry with you for as long, for the rest of your life, and you've got something to refer to. And it's convenience, it's time saving, it doesn't cost a great deal. And so those are the benefits of buying the book. I mean, if you want everything, for free, you don't have to buy the book. All of the secrets, everything that I've done is going to be included in this series of video. There's no email list. I don't want your email address. I haven't got a sales funnel to drag you into. There's no upselling. There's no masterclasses that cost hundreds of dollars. There's no paid subscriptions that you need. It's just buy the book. And this is my ethic as a writer. Basically, you buy a book. I write a book on, say, testosterone. You've got everything you need to know in that book. You don't need to come back or go anywhere else because you've already got it all. I'm not one of those people who's going to, give you, this masterclass and then to get further, you need to upgrade to this service or this masterclass. That's all, none of that here. So if you are interested in all things total equilibrium, you want equilibrium and balance and harmony for your mind, body and your soul, subscribe to this channel, because I've got a lot that I will be teaching, and it's all coming real soon.